We have our Winchester Ranger T series, 127 grain plus P plus 9mm, versus our pork shoulder, approximately 10 feet, our Glock 34 with a 5-inch barrel. It's cold and I'm losing light, but so there was our entrance. We were way high. There's our exit. Jug number 1. Entrance. And exit. Jug number 2, entrance, and it's stuck on jug number 2 here. Here's our pork shoulder from the Winchester Ranger T 9mm plus P plus 127 grain. I didn't get the most ideal shot on this. The first one, I'm not used to Glock triggers. I pulled way over here and cut this side off. I'll show you what I did. I pretty much skimmed on it. The second shot ended up way too high. Came out back here. It entered the first jug here. Exited the first jug. Entered the second jug there, and then ended up just breaking the surface there, and we found it sitting right there. We took a third shot over here and still ended up way too high, and we came out after like 6 inches. The jug I don't have with me. What I found was the jacket had separated and came alongside the jug and ripped it open. So we're going to cut this open and see what kind of damage we have done inside here. We did shoot this with 4 layers of denim. It was 7-ounce denim. Just to kind of show you where I had ended up missing the first round, because I pulled way to the right. The round actually hit really low right here. You can see some of the denim embedded into the meat here, but this did all that. I mean, there's some massive tearing right there, and it ended up just slipping out through the fat back here. And we actually, it didn't. I think it actually struck. It looks like it struck the bottom of this milk jug right here, and then actually bounced back, and we found the round in front of the pork shoulder. So I mean, it just tore this up pretty good right there. So we'll cut into it now and see what damage we do have from the rounds that did go through it. Our entrance on shot number 2. I kind of have a feeling that there's not going to be a whole lot of damage past here, because it looks like it came out the top here, so we'll just cut it right here in the middle. And to answer a question I get a lot is, what do I do with this pork shoulder after I'm done cutting it up? And I actually do cut all the pieces off that I can, and I bake it, and I eat it in share it with my dogs, so I don't just plop this thing in the trash when I'm done with it. So here's the right side. There's a lot of tearing in here. Here's, you can see the denim that it carried in with it. Decent amount of tearing in here. Like I said, we're not going to see a lot of damage because we didn't get a low enough shot in here, but it did pretty good. On the left side here, you can see it blew this all away. You can see the denim that it drug with it here. I mean, overall, it's over 2 inches. I'd say it did a pretty good job. I would have liked to try to keep it inside the meat, but based on the fact that it still went through this and into those 2 jugs, I'd have to say this probably would end up penetrating more than the 45 Ranger T that we tested this last time. So we'll cut it on the other side here in a second. Shot number 3. This was the one where we had jacket separation. This was the entrance. And I do believe the exit's right back in here, in this hip bone here. So I don't know what it's going to look like. We'll just okay, so you can see some of the denim here. A lot of tearing going on. Here's some of the lead core, just a little bit of it, and some denim. Some more denim there. Here's the bone that it struck. It's broken. I don't see a majority of the core anywhere. I'm going to keep cutting into it and see if I can find it. I don't know. I don't think it left the meat, because when I looked around all I saw was just the one damaged jug. So we're going to keep cutting. On the third shot we did hit the bone right here. I have to imagine this is a pretty hard part of the bone. We only have like a minor, like 1 inch long crack on the top, and then maybe a 1/4 inch down this way. I couldn't find the lead core from the round, so I don't know. It must have made it out and I didn't see it. I may have to go back and look for it, but I do kind of like the addition now of adding the 4 layers of denim. It helps give you a good, give you some extra visual indicators of the wound path as it's going through the meat. The first shot that did miss but went through the side gave us a good representation of a maximum disruption when it's going through solid meat from what it could do. I mean, it went to 9 inches, and then, like I said, it bounced off the bottom of this jug and fell on the ground, but it did some pretty good damage. The second one showed you a little less damage because it went through a lighter density tissue. This third one showed that it still could go through about the same amount as the second one, in addition to we had core separation. So overall, this is a pretty good round. I'd say it definitely penetrates more than the 45 did in the last test. So Thanks for watching. Zoom all the way out. Easy shake. Good girl. Mr. Cody, you want a piece? Mr. Cody, speak. 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 Louder. Row. Speak. Speak. Good puppy.